Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. So I'm finally sitting down, I'm finally doing it. For some reason, makeup tutorials give me like a lot of anxiety. I don't do my makeup in a matter of like 15 minutes and my camera just kind of shuts off after 12 minutes. So this is going to be a bit of a struggle for me, but I figure since I'm talking through it, it won't be so bad. I do currently have my hair in pin curls, which I will promise you do a tutorial for. Not necessarily the easiest thing to do because I do this late at night and the lighting really sucks at night. So to start, I've just moisturized my face. This next step I'm gonna do, I can't show on camera because I do that in the washroom, and it's basically just putting the tape on and putting concealer on my eyes, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and I look a little strange, but whatever, that's what happens when you do a makeup tutorial. So I have just started, like I said, by using tape. The reason I do this is because I have just had really shaky hands lately, and this allows me to get that like crisper line. Also gives me sort of like an outline for my eyeshadow as well. So I'm going to be using today, and then I'm also going to be using a Sephora sculpting disc, which I don't know how old this thing is, but my sister left it and I just decided to grab it for myself. I'm just going to take this color here and kind of use it to go over that concealer that I put. Alright, and our next step, I'm going to use this sculpting disc again. And I'm going to take a fluffier blending brush and just use this brown color. Just pick up some of the color and use it as a transition shade. I'm a notorious klutz, and this mirror is super old and not my ideal, but I broke another mirror the other day when I was leaving. My room is like super narrow, and my hip just kind of like caught it as I was walking out, and I was literally just about to leave and poof, fell right on the floor and broke, and that's exactly how the last one broke, so just my luck. I have way too many brushes. My goal in the next like few days is going through these brushes and getting rid of ones I don't use, because there are probably 20-30 here that I don't touch ever. Okay, so I'm gonna go on with this Brow Duo brush. I think it's Crown Brushes and it's C413. I actually really like the brush. I'm going to use this brow pomade. This is in like the shade Blonde, which I know obviously is not my color, but the last time I ordered from them, I got Blonde and it was like perfect. So I ordered like 5 or 6 of them and they came out much lighter than I wanted, and thankfully right now my hair's kind of on the lighter side, so it's all right. Anyways, I just picked up some and I'm gonna do my brows. When I was younger, I had the most intense brows ever. Like, they were thick. And if you grew up in the 90s like I did, you would have remembered, I mean even early thousands, I think it was more early thousands, you would have remembered how thin brows was all the rage. Like, that's what everyone wanted. So I started asking the person who did my brows to make them thin. She'd be like, are you sure you want your brows to be thinner? Yeah, totally. And over time, because I kept waxing my brows, the hair growth just started to, you know, get weaker and weaker. And now I just have problem brows. But castor oil is my friend. I'm very sorry about the construction noises right now. I know it's weird that I already start eye makeup and then go straight to my brows. Logically, it makes sense to me. If you wanted to see this, here it is. Here's how I do my makeup. I know I've had a bunch of people ask me how I do like my everyday makeup, and I will totally, completely do that. But lately, I've really been liking this eyeshadow look on me, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, which I absolutely adore. It smells so good. And I'm gonna go in with this color Almond Truffle, which is this really nice like purpley brown color, and just pick it up. And I'm going to be basically putting this a little bit lower than my transition shade and blending it up. I want this to be more, oh, I just poked myself in the eye. That's what I get. I want this to be more of the focal point, so I'm not really going to tap off too much from the brush. I'm going to go in with a lot because, like I said, I really, really, really want this color to stand out. I'm gonna go in with this Sonia Kashuk palette, which is the main palette I used for that other everyday look I have. And I'm gonna take just a regular brush and take this color here and just apply that all over the lid. Now, I'm gonna go back in with that same color that I just used. I'm gonna use this one. I really like this brush. Okay, so we're just gonna go to the outer corner and intensify that color. I'll bring this in a little bit more because I feel like you can't really see what I'm doing here. Okay, and because that brush is just a little too soft to give me that intense look, I think I'm gonna go in with this one and just go down onto the eyelid. I've really been loving like all matte looks lately, but I have really enjoyed this look with like a bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with this color, which you can tell I've been using a lot, and it is called Sprinkles. Just gonna use my finger and just pat it on, really just concentrating on this area here. And I hate the fact that this eye doesn't really pick up color the way I want it to. I'm trying to decide what eyeliner I want to use today. I really like how this one looks because it's kind of like a matte black, where this one has a little bit of like a sheen to it. So I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour liquid liner. I'm going to take this brush, nothing special, I think it actually might have come with it, and just trace it out. Getting the sharp line that I want, thanks to the good old tape. I'm gonna drag that over the lid. Okay, I'm done, and for a second I kind of forgot that I was recording, so I took the tape off and started to fix the liner a bit. So I'm just gonna take more of my Cetaphil moisturizer and go in the under eyes, because they're a little dry after the tape has been there. And now I'm gonna take my primer, which is just a sample from Sephora, because I am too broke right now to afford the real thing. And this is, I think, Hangover from Too Faced. I like it because it's meant to be really hydrating as well, but I'm not trying to use it all, so I'm just gonna ration it. It smells so good. Now that it's absorbed into the skin, I'm going to use this oval brush, which I got from my makeup brush set, and I actually love this brush. I'm going to take the Covergirl ReadySetGorgeous in 105. So I just put some directly onto the brush. I'm literally just gonna rub it into the skin. Just gonna go in a little bit with my beauty blender to blend out those areas that are difficult to get with that big brush. Okay, and now I'm going to take Glamoflauge by Hard Candy, which I really like. It's super cheap. Just put some of that on the back of my hand. Just literally, the tiniest little bit goes a long way. Dab it on my finger and just apply it to my under eye. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. HD powder. I've used many a powder. I'm sure there are definitely many out there that would trump this for sure. But I really like this one. Just gonna use this brush from BH Cosmetics. Also really good. Just take a tiny little bit of it and put it underneath my eyes, because I find if I do that whole baking thing, I just look so dry. By the way, this is like $6. Just gonna take any old eyelash curler. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Mascara, which has been pretty much a go-to for me for probably like longer than 5 years at this point. I do typically get them in waterproof, which I heard recently is actually not good for me or good for my lashes. I have noticed that they've been breaking, so I might have to just bite the bullet and go back to non-waterproof, which sucks because my eyes water all the time. gonna go back with the Sephora sculpting disc, taking that dark color again and using that to just give me like a little bit of a contour. Not much, just bronze me up just a tiny bit. Typically don't really do contour. I'm okay with my face looking wide. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A trick I heard for extra glow is adding highlighter before and after. I'm gonna take Satin Sheets, which is a beautiful highlight color. Like, it's my favorite. It's got obviously pink undertones, as you can tell. Taking this big deluxe fan brush, just applying that. Look, it smells amazing too. I'm actually really been liking this sample from Too Faced. Everything's Too Faced. Take this, pick up some color. Do not take too much. There's a lot in here. Oh, I love having rosy cheeks. Seems excessive, but I promise I'll blend it out. And I'm gonna go back in with that same highlight. I just got a tiny little bit of it in my mouth. It's so good. Take a bit, put on my nose. I am going to go in with the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara, which they say is a straight dupe for Gimme Brow, and I'd believe it because it's pretty good and I like how tiny the brush is. I'm just gonna basically comb through those brows also to help blend out what I did before. And give it a little bit of a fade in the front. Now, before I forget, I'm gonna go back in with that same palette that we've been using. I'm gonna go in with Mocha and apply it right in the corner. Deepen that up just a bit, give it some dimension. You do need a little bit of something to kind of bring it out a little bit more, give it some dimension, and I'm gonna pull that into the inner corner. Perfect. Now it's time for falsies. I'm sorry, but I can't show this to you. I'm not gonna be doing it in this little mirror, but at some point maybe I'll show you how I put my lashes on, but I will be right back. Okay, the lashes are on, and I also took a break to listen to one of my favorite songs from the Hamilton soundtrack. I'm so obsessed, and I really want to listen to this book that my boyfriend was listening to a few times when I was in the car with him, and it's the story of Alexander Hamilton, and I don't know, I really like history, and I'm so in love with the songs from the Broadway musical. So yeah, if you haven't heard it, you probably should, and I'm probably going to talk about it in my monthly favorites. So now that my lashes are on, I'm just going to highlight the inner corner, again going in with this color, which I absolutely love. I think I'm just going to use my pinky. I just think it makes such a difference. Like, I feel like I look a lot more awake. Okay, that's done. I'm just going to pump the eyelashes together once. Not even necessarily doing this to give it a lift so much as I'm just doing this to kind of make it look a little bit more seamless. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, I'm good. Just gonna set with this Makeup Mist and Set from e.l.f., which is really, really nice. Okay, I am going to take my hair down and get into my clothes, and I will be back. Okay, well that is the final look. As you can see, I put some lipstick on. I think this is called Solow from ColourPop, which I totally love. It's just like the perfect dusty rose, and that's actually kind of really in for the fall this year. I put together an outfit which you may or may not see depending on whether or not I decide to take outfit photos, and I put on this beret. If you enjoyed this video, please do let me know. It was actually not as bad as I thought it was, and maybe this will kind of inspire me to make more videos like this and try different makeup looks instead of doing like the same thing all the time. Anyways, don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and I will see you next time. Bye. Now, my first impression upon getting these brushes were how ridiculously soft these bristles are. Like, I wish that you could just reach out and touch it because they are super, super soft. Like nothing I've ever felt before when it comes to brushes. And I was really excited